Biggest one I would say is taxes, even more so for inflation, because inflation is something that we cannot control,
Yep.
right? Inflation is just something that's going to happen, and it's up to the Bank of Canada to actually figure it out.
Yep.
Taxes is something that we actually have in our control. With proper planning, we can actually help our clients reduce their tax rates from 53% down to pretty much like 0%,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the things we can control are the things we definitely want to make sure that we focus on, because if now all of a sudden we're saying, okay, well, your rate of return is this and your tax rate is going to be zero, you're going to be light years ahead of
Yep.
your colleagues and other people doing the
Yep.
exact same thing because they didn't take tax into consideration.
Yes.
Unfortunately, what happens is a lot of times people just focus on the rate of return and they don't focus on taxes, and they're going to pay for it in the future, right?
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you're right, because we've seen this happen a lot of times, right? Sometimes people will look for the investment that's going to give them a 10% rate of return, not knowing they're going to pay about half of it or a third of it now in taxes, or half of it will be, third of it will be taxed, versus an investment that may give you 8%, which will be tax free, right?
Exactly.
And that is so much more powerful, that and it's a shame that people don't really understand it now.
Yeah.
What are some things that internationally trained physicians, our listeners, can do to combat this, they can do to combat the inflation?
Just proper financial planning, right? Just proper financial life planning, as we call it. We call it your rich, fulfilling life, and and that really just consists of two main objectives, right? The first objective is to figure out who you are today financially.
Yep.
So we want to know who you are, what your income is, what do you earn, what are your expenses. We also want to focus on